Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Craft. Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back. All right. And you might be wondering why I'm starting in the storage room. I did some off camera trading with the villagers. I got very far along in their trade system. You can see here, I have quite the collection of iron and chainmail boots and helmets, of course, which I'll show you why. I've done quite the amount of trading. Now, if you take a look at these two bottom villagers here, these armorers, I've managed to get both the 4 iron ingots into 1 emerald trade. And same with this guy. This guy is a master, which means that he has his full set of diamond armor, which is nice. I have purchased the diamond pants, and in fact, I've actually purchased 2 of them by mistake. Now I'm working on. Oh, can't use this guy actually, so get him out of here. Now, you can see how many villagers I've run through. Um, Now, the key to getting this trade is that when they become an apprentice, which is their second level, that's when they get this upgrade right here, the 4 iron to 1 emerald. So, this guy here is no good. I'm going to go ahead and take him out. I kept him because of the armor, but his armor is worse than this guy's armor. Now, that's my mason. So I still have to work on these guys. To get some coal, I'll trade some coal. And here are my Fletchers. You can just throw sticks to them to get emeralds, which is kind of nice. And basically have unlimited villagers at this point. As long as I have enough food, I won't have to worry about it. Now, luckily, look what I got. We got the Ender Pearl trade. So five emeralds for 1 Ender Pearl is pretty good, considering that we only need 4 emeralds for 1 waystone, which means that I'm pretty sure villagers have anywhere from 4 to 8 like of each trade. So in one sitting we could get at max 8 ender pearls, and then we would have to go replenish them at the these are clerics, so they need brewing stations. We'd replenish them at the brewing station and get 2 trade cycles every day. We would need to sleep for the next day, but yeah, that's how far we've gotten in the villagers. Of course, our iron farm here is producing iron, and I've used quite a lot of it just trading for emeralds and leveling up the villagers. So why don't we get going on the main part of today's episode? We are going to start to experiment with create, and we're going to get started with create. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to get some stuff set up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We will basically just be getting into some power output. So let's get started. I was given a little tutorial, and I was gifted this mechanical saw and hand crank. This is a mechanical source of power, so you have to manually use the hand crank, which is what we'll be doing to get things started with. Um, so here I can show you how this works. It's pretty cool actually. So basically, you crank this with the saw, and boom, it breaks the entire tree, which is super nice. Now, we will need one of these logs here. One of the main items in this game is I believe it's called the mechanical press. Yes. Now, I would typically go ahead and make the mechanical press, which we need a deployer. Oh, yeah, that's right. The deployer, that's what we need. Now, the deployer isn't hard. We need brass and a brass ingot. We can, yes, use this mixer, copper and zinc, and I lost it again. I should have favorited it. That's what we'll do here. So the deployer needs brass for that, your andesite casing, the electron tube. And to get this, you need quartz. So we could do all this, but thankfully, um, this is create and we can manually deploy items. So to get started here, we will need to create a, oops, I didn't mean to do that. We are going to create a water wheel. And in fact, we're going to create 3 water wheels. So we need some andesite alloy. Oh, well, let me make some andesite alloy real quick. And I believe it's fairly easy to do so. Zinc nuggets. Well, I was mistaken. We need andesite. Wow, well, they've created quite the extensive crafting recipe there if you can't find any andesite. Let me take a look. I don't think I've managed to find any andesite or diorite in my mining adventures here. Yeah, look at that. No andesite, no diorite. Well, short delay here. I need to go mine some andesite, so I'll be right back. Oh, finally. That didn't take too long, you can see. But we found some andesite. Thankfully, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to mine for too long here. Now you may be wondering, ew, why do you have your hood on? You're inside. Well, after having my natural cat alarm at 5 in the morning, which is fantastic. I love waking up at 5 in the morning with my cat meowing in my face, telling me that he wants me to clean his litter box and feed him food. I love my cat, guys, seriously. But it is freezing in my room. Not freezing. The temperature still reads 74 degrees, but I do have to keep my window open, at least cracked a little bit, and keep the blind up. As you can see, Arthur over there, he won't keep his mouth shut unless I open his window so he can look outside. I probably did start that habit since when I first got here with him. I decided to open the window and let him see outside, but whatever. Well, anyways. Okay, 18 andesite alloy. Now, if I am correct, we should be able to deploy. Um, hmm, weird. Maybe we need to try stripping our log here. Let's try this. Oh, oh, okay. All right, well, just like that, we have created an andesite casing. That was pretty cool, actually. Now, back to the video. We don't actually need the andesite casing for that. We need it for gearboxes and our encased gear drive. Now, I'll get to what the gear drive and what the gearboxes are used for later. They're not necessarily necessary for our application here, but I believe they're going to make things a lot easier when we start building machines and whatnot. Since right now we are just building our main source of power, at least what is going to get us started here. Water wheels won't be our final source of power, and they won't be the most efficient nor best, since they don't produce a lot of stress units, which is the type of power used in the game. Now, I believe we need to create about 7 blocks. I believe the water wheel uses about 5, the large one at least. And we are going to utilize 3 water wheels. So we go ahead and craft this, that'll be enough. And we go ahead and fill this in. Now, thankfully, you don't need a river or stream or something, you can just use a couple buckets of water, and that'll be enough for the water wheel to run. Um, okay, now, so I left this front bit open here, so we have room to apply our water wheel. I'll close this off, and then we'll put our water in. So, why don't we go ahead and start crafting? You probably should have brought a workbench out here, but now, why don't we go ahead and create a few of these. That's a nice crafting recipe. 8 shafts for 2 andesite alloy. Very efficient. So, we will create 3. Oh, we need wood. That should be... darn it. Just one more. And actually, we'll need 24 more because, surprisingly enough, the crafting wheel for... So this is the regular water wheel. This is the large water wheel. Kind of funny. So, boom. Look at that. 3 water wheels. And I do like how they all kind of combine together. And no, they are not touching the ground, okay, guys? They're kind of clipping into this, but they're not really. The paddles aren't. You can see right there. So yes, it is realistic. Now, let's fill this in here. And we need some water. And thankfully, I built an infinite water source right here. And let's build a little stairway, make things look real nice here. Now, which direction do we want it? It actually doesn't matter since, for right now, all of our stuff is, what do I say, anti-directional. It doesn't matter what direction because we'll have gearboxes and cogwheels, and that's going to mess with the direction of the output anyways. So we will fill this in, and of course that won't create an infinite source, so we need one more bucket of water. And just like that, we have a nice looking water wheel. Now I believe I should have left this open beforehand. Yes, so here is the center of the water wheel. Now, something nice that we could possibly make, I'm not sure what the recipe is, the engineer goggles. Um, let's see what it is to craft these. Automatic shapeless crafting. Um, interesting, interesting. Um, well, oh, okay. Golden sheet. I don't really want to... Okay, glass and a pressing. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and build our first machine today, which will be the mechanical press. But first, let's create a power output station, I'd like to call it. So, let us take a mechanical shaft and let us take a... Oh, well, we need to build some cogwheels, actually. So, a large cogwheel is just 2. Okay, so let us create, let's use the odd stack, and boom, cogwheels. And I believe to make a large cogwheel, we can just, yes, okay. Okay, so it's hard to tell, but that is spinning just a little faster. I'll show you here. I'm going to put the large gear. See, okay, so look at that. So large gear spins ball gear, and it increases the gear ratio. It makes this gear spin faster. So the idea here is that we will add a few more gears to this, and then we'll add it to our encased chain drive, and all that is just kind of a... Essentially what you can do is you can create one output into as many as you want. So let's just skip ahead here. I'll get the boring part out, and then I'll show you what I ended up building, and we'll build that mechanical press, I believe it is. So I'll be right back. Alright, guys, welcome back. And right in front of me is something pretty insane, pretty not efficient, but um, you can kind of see it off in the distance there. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up with some create. So I've got quite the gear production here. So basically, what we got going on is we've got the water wheel spinning this gear right here, which turns a smaller gear. Attached to that is a bigger gear, turns a smaller gear, bigger gear. So you attach a bigger gear to the smaller gear, so on and so on. This right here is a regular gearbox. Pretty easy to craft. It converts one output into three other, so a total of four outputs, right? Now, I've got that switched down here, and you can see here we got a big and small is big. So this is our final output right here. So what we are going to do next is we're going to make some chain drives. So it is a casing and oops. So yes, let's go ahead and make four of them. And while we're in the crafting table here, we are going to make our mechanical press, which is an iron block and a sight casing in one shaft. And that will be our first machine. Look at that, guys. So you just attach these in a single file, and boom, now we have four outputs, which is cool. So one more thing. We will use the mechanical press, and we'll make some engineering goggles. So we should be able to attach this. And it appears that this contraption is overstressed. Add more sources or slow down the components with a higher stress impact. Well, I didn't know that was a thing. Let's see for now if we can just kind of... Okay, that works. So we need to make a golden plate, which I think I'm doing this right. I don't know, guys. Oh, look at that. I had to go to the nether and get some gold, so I'm pretty low on gold, you can see. Now, anyways, engineering goggles, boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. So that is going to wrap up the video, guys. Um, you can see here that the engineering goggles basically just allow you to see everything and create. So you can see here that this is running, it's running at 256, I guess. The water wheel is 512 stress units. It doesn't show like the speeds, but it shows what's required, I guess. So this is needs that much to run, needs 256 stress units to run, and the water wheel produces 512. So we could have two of these basically, um, without running out of stress units. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Um, Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode to build more, create. See ya.